Hey guys, so today I will show you how I got 60 users in 2 weeks completely from scratch. So this means no money and no audience. Testing out all of the different marketing channels and see which one actually works. So let's get started. Okay, so let's start with Twitter. I know a lot of people have said that Twitter is a great way to build a very strong community, and I've tried. And to be very fair, I didn't give Twitter a lot of time. I tried it maybe like 2 days, didn't see any immediate result, and I just stopped. Maybe it would work for you, but for me, I think I just didn't really like in general, or like it didn't really click with me per se. So I just stopped using Twitter, and as a result, zero signups. Okay, so now let's move on to Instagram. Instagram is probably by far one of the more popular channels. A lot of users, especially building in public, would use Instagram to promote their day in a life as a solopreneur kind of thing. And for me, of course, I would hop on that train as well. And I think I produced maybe 5 to 6 shorts so far. None of them has been popping off. They're all below 1K view. So I don't know. In total, we got 10 followers. I don't know how many actually converted into signups. Let's just say around 2%. Oh, sorry, 20%. So 2 signups. Okay, so now let's move on to YouTube. YouTube Loki was actually godsend for some reason. I think it was because I already had a pre-existing following, even though it was like what, like 150, but it still genuinely helped because I think I went from like maybe 168 to like 224 right now. It could be a bit more right once I release this video, but that's around like a 50 sub increase. So I split it into shorts and long form video. For shorts, they are actually doing really well, surprisingly better than Instagram. I thought Instagram would be popping off more just because of the algorithm. I don't know, to be honest, but somehow YouTube Shorts really likes my shorts and Instagram apparently does not. So on average for YouTube Shorts, it's around 2K views per short, and usually I would get like 1 to 2 subs per short. And for long form videos, most of them were doing all right. One of them really did pop off, which was the Figma one, and that one got me like 15 subs. And I'm assuming that out of the 50 subs I got in total, most of them got converted to the landing page. So I would say maybe, you know, 20 signups from there. Oh yeah, guys, this is like completely random. Maybe I could make a separate video just about creating content, but for what worked for me was that for Instagram, they happen to like very short clips, like maybe 5 second, 6 second, with a very popular soundtrack. That's what worked for me. But for YouTube Shorts, it's completely opposite. They want very long form educational shorts. So they're usually around 30 to 40 seconds. Those are my best performing ones. I don't know why. The algorithm is completely different on each platform, that's for sure. So yeah, let me know if you want a deeper dive, but that's what it worked for me at least. Okay, so before I move on to Reddit, and Reddit is by far, spoiler alert, the most signups that I've got, surprisingly, because I never used Reddit before. But let's change it up and let's do word of mouth. For word of mouth, I didn't mass text all of my friends because I felt, a bit weird and also a bit shy because it was just, I don't know, it was just beta testing. It wasn't like the actual app was out. So I just texted some of my closer friends, so maximum 10 people. So yeah, just wanted to clear that up. Okay, so now actually let's move on to Reddit. And just wanted to put it out there, never used Reddit in my life. This was actually my first time using it. So didn't really know how to promote things, and low-key, sometimes I promoted in subreddits that I wasn't supposed to. So that was kind of, losing karma on my end. Anyways, so after learning and doing a bit more research on how to actually market on Reddit, which I could list it out here, I think I got maybe like at least 20 or 30 signups, and definitely I would say 60% of the website visits, I'm not talking about signups, but visits are from Reddit for sure. You know why I know this? Because one of the posts that I made went quote unquote viral. Obviously, it's not like viral in like viral as in like millions of people read it, but it had like 1.2K views from that post, and that was like my first post ever too. And to tell you, that was very embarrassing because I was like, oh yeah, I'm not really a coder. I just wanted to like make sure like you don't need like you need to have a Mac in order to build an iOS app, right? Like I know it sounded very stupid, but you know it's Reddit. Everyone's anonymous, so and yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, oh yeah, by the way, here's the landing page. If you are interested in this app, feel free to sign up. And I was like, okay, cool. Like it's just gonna get like what, maybe two comments and call it a day. No, all of the comments were like, oh, your UI sucks. Everything is ugly. How are you making this? This is so useless. And I was like, I just wanted to get some answers for my questions, which were, by the way, completely unrelated from my app. I just inserted it there because I was like, hey, maybe marketing, whatever. But damn. And honestly, after reflecting it, because it was like my first online hate, I don't even know if it is because it's like Reddit, bro. Like, I should have foreseen this. Anyways, so because of this post, I got a lot of website visitors and hopefully some conversion into signups. So, that's on the brighter side. But I think after reflecting, I kind of realized and broke it down that the people who were being kind of mean and kind of rude, it's either A, they're bored, they don't have a life, or B, like they're not our target audience. If you're not my target audience, why would I care about your comments? You know what I mean? And number three, maybe they are right because this is my first time creating a landing page, my first time doing UI. By the way, never used Figma until now, so I learned Figma like a few months ago. And this is completely new to me, so obviously it's not perfect. So if there were some good critiques, and there were, I was taking note of it. Or option four was just all of the above. Like it was a mix of all three. And you know what? That's just what Reddit is. And yeah, you know what? I take the feedback and I will implement it if I think it is actually true. Anyways, just to summarize everything, I think Reddit is definitely the most effective platform, I would say, when it comes to, building in public, or at least in a very short amount of time, like in 1 or 2 weeks, like me. But I think in the long run, short forms are definitely a lot more useful. For example, Instagram and YouTube, just because you're gaining a fan base and you're gonna gain traction later on. It's just a right now, or at least for me, my account is like 2 weeks old, did not pick up that much traction, at least on my YouTube, I mean, sorry, on my Instagram side. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep on trying and see what works or not. And yeah, also, by the way, if you are interested in this app, feel free to sign up. Everything is for free. We need 100 beta testers, and right now there are 39 spots left. Subscribe if you want to follow along and follow this journey. I'll try my best to document all of my experience, and hopefully later on in the future, if you want to build an app, you could hopefully save some time.